Bharti, and we are started problem solving session in ratio and proportion. The next problem of which I will go to the number problem 4. The problem 4 says sits for math, physics and bio. Sits for mathematics, physics and bio in a school or in the ratio of in a school or in the ratio of 5:7:8. There is a proposal to increase the seats by 40%, 50% and 5% respectively. What will be the ratio ratio of increased seats? Okay. Now the initial ratios were 5:7:8. Okay, so this could be of any means number. So whatever number you get or assume in this ratio will not harm the ratio. So there are flexibility. If you want to carry this ratio and you can to correlate with this, for the sake of the calculation easiness, we can let the initial seats of math, physics and bio are, we can take in the multiplication of 100, so that this could help us calculating the next part of it, which is 40% increment, 50% increment and 5% increment. Okay, so now if I say the increment in the math respectively, that means in the same order, this is given in the ratio. So that 40% for math, 50% for the physics and 5% for the bio. So now that 40% is 100. In case of if it is 100, then it will be 40. So then if it is 500, so the increment are in math, physics and biology, in this respect 40% means there is 200 increment, 50% means 350 increment and 5% means 40 increment. So this is the increment with respect to this as assumed. So now the total would be how much? 700, there is 1050, there is 840. Now it will very easy for you to calculate. 000 will go out. This may be the multiplication of 7, I think. So 710 is to 7175 and 7172. Now further can we reduce? No. So these are the new ratio of the after the increment being added. So what is the increased seat? So increased seats are when adding together. So the ask is to get the ratios of that. The ratio will become 10, 15 and 12. Understand? So this way, this could be done in other way also if there is no harm in it. Now this can be also be done with the help of the direct method. If it is in the ratio of this, that math is to physics is to biology. Now what is the increment for new case? What is the increment is given? 5 for 140 40%. So this is 140 upon 100 will be the new ratio of this is 150 by 100. This is the new for this physics, and there is the increment of 5%, so that will become 100 upon 105 upon 100. So this will be the case. Now this is not taking part simply. So this is become if I cancel it with 7, 720, this 7 will go, this 7 will give 15. So what else? This will give you 100, this will give you 150, and this will give you 8 into 15, that means 120. Now again further one, if you reduce, say ratio will become this one as earlier. Understood? So this will be the result. So this is also a technique of doing that if you understand it better, because whatever you multiply with this, the increment will be on that same, so that the multiplication will be same for everyone, so that will increase your calculation only, that will not affect the ratios, because we are giving ratios, so all that common multiplier factor will be cancelled out, so you need not to bring it and deduct it. Rather, if you make it direct way, you will get the ratio. You are not supposed to get a particular value, where is we are working with the ratios. So this will be the direct method, and the straightforward method can give you the same result. Okay. So moving to the next problem. Problem number 5. In a mixture, 60 pounds, 60 liters, 60 liters, the ratio of milk and water is in ratio of 2:1. If this ratio is to be 1:2, then find the quality, find the quantity, means quantity of water to be further added, then find the quantity of water to be further added. Okay. So now, as you understand, the ratio initially it is 2:1, that means more of milk, less of water. Now this turns into the reverse, less of milk, more of water. So definitely in the second case the amount of water must be more. In first case amount of milk must be more. So if we are talking about milk is to water, first case is 2:1, the later case milk is to water is 1:2. So that means definitely we are adding something with water more. If not, we are adding milk, so whatever quantity we are mixing in water, as a water. So then find the quantity of water to be further added. So that means they are saying there only water is being mixed. So the earlier ratios, this is one. So now further, whatever be the ratio, we are adding to it a water amount W. Okay, because sorry, so in initial case this one adding water, so that means what we are doing exactly, the in a mixture of 60 liter initial, that is in 60 liters. So what is my milk and water in 2:1, that is 40:40 and 20. This you can understand from this. The 60 liter is a total mixture. So if it is in milk is to water is 2:1, so the amount of milk is 40 liters and water is 20 liters. So initially if I take as per the quantity, it was 40/20 milk is to water. So now we are adding water, so we are getting this. So this will be my equation. So from this we can easily calculate how much water we are mixing. So for the 60 liter, if we add, the thing will turn into 1:2. Okay. Number 6. Salaries of Ravi and Sumit are in the ratio 2:3. If the salary of each is increased by 4,000 rupees, the new ratio becomes 40:57. Okay, 40:57. What is Sumit's salary? So what is Sumit's salary means the Sumit's earlier salary. So because in both case we are giving increment of 4,000 rupees, so that is added when the ratio initially is this, with the respective salaries we are adding 4,000, so we are getting this much of salary. So we can assume the salaries become, we can assume about one single multiplier, common multiplier, which will turn this into some figure. So let it be initially 2x and 3x of what salaries of Ravi and Sumit. Okay, so now they are getting an equal amount of increment both case, and this turn into this. So now it will be easy for to solve x from this. Okay, so this will be you have to do calculation. So instead of, in this case there will be a huge calculation. Instead of that, without calculating, you can keep the things as it is. So 57 into 2, that is equal to how much? 114x, and this is 140. So this will, I will keep it as it is. 4,000 into 57 is equal to 3 into 140x. 140 is equal to 120x plus 4,000 into 40. Now bring the x on one side. If you bring this on that side, so this will come this side. So ultimately 120 minus 14, that is 6x. So the remaining will be 4,000 into 57 minus 40. so that will give you 17. So x is become 4000 into 17 by 6. So this is the x. Now if you want to get what is Sumit's salary, so Sumit's earlier salary is how much? 3x. So Sumit's salary, Sumit salary is equal to 3 into 4000 into 17 by 6. So this is 2000. So that is equal to 17 into 2, 34,000. So this will be the salary. Okay. So these are very straightforward question, and there is no much difficulty to solve it. Okay. So I will move on to the next problem, that is problem number 7. Oh, 7 I already did. Okay. Okay. So 7 number is the ratio of the numbers of boys and girls in a college is 7:8. If the percentage increase, if the percentage increase in the numbers of boys and girls be 20% and 10% respectively, what will be the new ratio? So the initial, this kind of problem we have already solved. The girls boys, the ratio is initially 7:8. So the increment is 20% and 10%. So the new ratio, straightaway you can do that. New ratio would be how much? 7 increment is 20%. So that means 120 upon 100 will be the new number of boys, and that too on the girls it is 10%. So 110 by 100. So this will be the new ratio. So you can solve it easily. 7 into so you can cancel it by 4, 3. So that will be 21:22. So this will be your new ratio. Understood? So this is a straightforward answer. So now move on to the next problem. 8. Number 8. If 0.75 is to x double colon 5:8, find x. Now this is a basic one. So 75 is to x, that means divided by x, and this can be taken as equal to 5:8. So now this is x is equal to 75 into 8, that means is equal to 1.5 into 4, 6 by 5 will be the answer. Okay. Calculation part you can go and you can do it your own. I am just moving a bit faster because this is not much to be explained. These are all based on the faster you do, faster you can complete. The sum, the basic is very clear. This is very not much concept, every time it is changing, so concept is same. The sum of three numbers is 98 if the ratio of the first ratio if the ratio of first to second number is 2:3 and that of second to third it is 5:8, find the second number. Okay, find the second number. Now in this case, as the ratios are given in distracted form, that is not a in a but the sum of the three numbers are related as the sum is 98. So we have to get some common ratios which can interrelate all three together. So for that, the method that we will use is we have to get a continued proportion where three numbers which are in a different relation can be converted into a interrelated relation. So for first and the first is to second, the ratio is 2:3 and second is to third, it is 5:8. So what would be the first is to second? So if I want to get this and if I can get this, I can correlate with this. Okay. So now, so what is the ratio? Now we have to do the LCM of this means. So LCM of the means is 15. So to convert it in 15, I have to multiply it with 5. This, so this will be 10. This will be 15. Now this has to be converted into 15. So we have to multiply it with 3. The rule was if this is A is to B and this is C is to D, our rule was this and this straightaway you can multiply and whatever result you have to convert accordingly. So here you have to multiply the C, here you have to multiply with B to get this common. So you can put it like that, isn't it? So this will give you the straightforward without doing even LCM. If the numbers are very small, you can use this trick to without calculating the LCM, you can get the result. So what you have to do, you have to multiply this with this and this with this, the reverse one. So you will get the result easy automatically. So this is you have to multiply with 3, so you will get 24. Now further if it is required to reduce, you can reduce it for the calculation sake. If there is common factors that will reduce all three, can divide all three, so you can reduce further. Otherwise you can get the result directly. So what fraction of first will be there, or else find only the second number. So the fraction of second in whole part is how much? 15 upon, if we add all three. This is the case for ratio when some numbers are in this ratio, the part of this, I meant to say the part of whole. So that means the fraction of it in the whole part is this much, and they will get in that proportion because this has to be divided into whole of adding this all three. So that has to be divided into those much part, and out of that 15 part will be second. That second will get. So find second, that means you have to take the fraction of second into the whole part. So this is 10 plus 15, 25 plus 24, that is 49. So this is 49. So this will become 49 and 49 into 2, so that is 30. So the second will get 30. This is 30. It is in number, so the second having 30. Okay, the part of 3, the number, the second one is 30. Okay. Moving to 10. If rupees 782 be divided into 3 parts, proportion to half is to 2/3 is to 3/4, then find the first part. So this is a bit similar, where you have already having the ratio in the not in continue, all three are in interrelate relation, interrelate ratio. All three are interrelated ratio. Okay. So only thing is that ratio is given in fraction. So that may be a difficulty for calculation. So to ease the calculation, what we can do, we can make it a ratio of integers. That will be very helpful for calculating or dividing this integer in the rupees in integer. Okay, so let we try it. The 3 parts. The first part is to second part is to the third part, that is given as half is to 2/3 is to 3/4. So what we have to do? We have to do the LCM of all this consequence, the lower part, the consequence. So all these 3 parts, if I do the LCM, it will be very easy for me to get the thing in integers. So 2 is 2, 3 and 4, 2, 1, 3, 2. So 3 to the 6, 6 to the 12. Now you can make it 12, multiply with 12, because if we multiply with 12, that won't change any value, because we are multiplying all three with the same ratio. So when you will do ratio, this will be nullified. But what will the help for this? We can get the ratio in integers. So 2, 6 is to 4, 4 to the 8 is to 3, 9. So now see, this will be very easy for you to calculate. Now what is the, find the first part. So first fraction will be how much? 6 upon 17, and there is 6, that means 23. Now you can divide this with the whole part. So 23 means how much? 3 times 69, and 69 this is become 9 to 4. So this first 3, then 4, 34. So this is 24 to 18 to 20, this much. This will be the fraction. This is in rupees. So this is the first part, 204. Fine. Okay. So I will end up here this session, and next session we will move on. Move to the problem number 11. Okay. So thank you for now.